Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. Guys, in my drive home today from vacation, one thing that I wanted to share with everybody that I think is super critical, especially in the post-Rona world that we live in, is these two words, okay? These acronyms, don't forget them, QOL and ROI, okay? That's quality of life and return on investment. I see people constantly toiling away in this life, and I would say doubling down and working extra harder now too. And it seems like there is no return on investment and there is no quality of life. Now I'll tell you, I usually will cut loose 2-3 times a year and go dip my toes in the sand on the beach, if possible, y'all willing. And if I can't do that, I'll just go up to the mountains and take a hike, or always try to find time just to be like, okay, this is it, I'm walking away for a minute. You know when you're doing the right thing is, for me, for example, as working for myself, I always know when New Moon Day is and Sabbath is on the Father's True Lunisolar Scriptural Biblical Calendar, because that is the busiest day of the week. People will blow my phone up wanting to go off grid. Somebody wants to collect a bill or something. Somebody wants to tell me how that I qualify for new car insurance for a lower rate. It's always something. And I almost don't even need to look at my calendar anymore to figure out what day Sabbath is or new moon. I just wait for the phone to ring early that morning. But, I mean, if you, look at the situation that's going on in life right now. Had a friend, she told me that her mom worked her whole life. Got right to retirement. She told her mom, she said, "Mom, you are going to die of a heart attack." Literally clocked out on her job that night, about to begin retirement, and died of a heart attack. Which is scary, because that's almost like self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. You know, I try to be careful about what I say anymore. Like I said in the shower the other day, I was like, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a multi-millionaire now. You know, and at least if it comes to pass, then that was a positive thing, you know. But I try not to speak negative things into existence anymore, because you can speak life with your words. Actually, they've shown a proven study on that. If you take water and you speak kindly to it, and plants, and then you speak evil toward it, they've shown studies where the water resonance will change. And it's really wild. You should look that up. It's an interesting study. But people have lost sight of the quality of life and a return on investment. Because, you know, I'll see this. I've seen this I don't know how many times over the years. Is you'll go work at a company, okay? Because I used to work factory work. I've worked corporate America too. And you will work your butt off for people. And you will never be appreciated. And then when you go on vacation, it's not enough. You know, that's still not enough. They need you while you're gone. Or you come back and they're mad at you because you took time off. And at the end of it all, you really don't have no return on investment for what you work. You just got a job, which is just over broke. I take no credit for that one there. I think Richard Cooper said that, if you want to check him out on Entrepreneurs and Cars. But this is the world we live in now, where that you can keep putting in, and you just don't get nothing back, seems like. And that sucks. And I know that's the reality we're all living in. But I'm telling you this, you need to just stop what you're doing. I did just this past week. I stopped what I was doing, loaded up on my wife, and I just left town and put my toes in the sand. And I needed it. I needed it for my mental health. I needed it for my physical health, spiritual well-being. And literally, I took 1 week off in life. I got a working capital thing going that I'd been trying to get going for I don't know how long. Business loan, whatever you want to call it. And that's going to help change so much things. Already started to. I got my content on YouTube finally off of there after you guys were telling me to do it, and transferred to a blockchain protected platform, free speech, that I'm actually going to start mining library now, and contributing to that blockchain, help strengthen the content too by putting the credits toward it. And I could just keep going down this list of so many things that I accomplished while on vacation this week. And in the meantime, people that, you know, the phone's just rung off the hook, people won't work, and I'm like, I'll get to you next year. I've told people for a long time, I've been like, it's going to come to the point where I can't get to you. I'm just one person. And now, half of next year's booked up with work, and it's like, we'll be there when we get there. But everybody really needs to just stop for a minute and start living life, because I have spent the past couple of years just trying to work and survive, and especially with all the shutdowns and not being able to get materials and stuff, and it's just been grind. And I'm like, I'm going to get gray in the head, I'm going to get old, and I'm going to die, and I'll never have lived this life if you don't start carving time out. And so I'm telling you, like, my whole mindset from now on is that if I'm showing up to do something and I don't see a return on investment, I'm going to dip out. And if I see something and this is affecting my quality of life, whether the people I'm surrounded with, places I'm working at, doing, people I'm around, people I'm gonna work for, anything. If it falls into those two categories that this is not satisfactory for me, I'm gonna just head out. And I think we all really need to consider that moving forward, because another thing, and I guess this is the last thing I'd say in this video, and then guys, I'm going to get back to regular producing content when I get back home, and especially some other stuff that you're going to want to check out over at Odyssey, only because it's not going to be over here on YouTube because I'm not getting no more strikes, is that when it comes down to it, okay, when it really comes down to it anymore, we all need to learn to say no and mean it. I'm not getting the poke. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I do not need government to tell me how to live. I do not need religious institutions to tell me how to live. I have the scripture for that. I have the Constitution to keep the politicians in check and me in check. And furthermore, when it comes to society has been consistently wrong about how to live throughout the ages. Babylon failed as a society. Greece failed as a society. Rome failed as a society. America and the rest of the first world countries, I will say, is crumbling. China and America, look at Australia, I talked about the other day. All this stuff is crumbling. Europe is starting to crumble. And it's all going to come down. And I'm telling you, the Most High's kingdom's just around the corner, which I'm so grateful for, because at least there'll be order, real order brought out of chaos, and not the order out of chaos like the Illuminati Freemasons want. But you really, really, really need to just pump the brakes. And everybody really needs to stop and start thinking, am I getting a return on investment for whatever you're doing in this life? And if I got a good quality of life? Because if not, changes need to start being made. I am going to start making adjustments, because I like to think that I have a decent life. But I'm going to start making some more fine-tuned adjustments, because it really was an eye-opener to me to take a week off from just go, and being that yes man. Yes, I'll be there for you. Yes, I'll do that. Oh, yeah, that's going on. Well, we can adjust that. No, everybody's going to start coming into my space, operating on my time frame. And 1 week off changed a lot of positive things in my life for the good this week. And if I could just take that time and start carving a little bit of that out along each week, it's probably going to be mind-boggling, the changes for the positive that can go on in my personal life. So I hope I said something that will encourage you. I think that's two things we've all lost sight of, is the return on investment in life and a quality of life. I mean, that is something that I think has just been intentionally tried to be beat out of us over these past 2 years with the lockdowns and the forced poke and the making me feel bad that this is a pandemic of the unpoked. Listen, I hate to break this to you. My chances of killing you with the Rona is a lot lower than the chances of me giving you the flu, strep throat, let me think of some other stuff, pneumonia. Yeah, the flu and pneumonia, that's two things that, like you could get and die and kill a lot of people every year. And I'm trying to think of some other things. Anyway, there's a lot of things that you could get and die of that's a lot more life-threatening. So, you can't let people control your mind. And the sad thing is, I promise this is the last thing I'm going to say. The sad thing is I've seen so many people that I used to think were strong, alpha male, masculine men, and I'd look at them and be like, man, I wish I was as strong as they were. Man, I wish I could do what they done. And now I look at them, they're poked. They're wearing a face diaper. They're scared to death to even go out their door. And then on the flip side of that, I see these bold, wonderful nurses. And these ladies, a lot of these ladies, for example, that have stood up at their job. And they're so tiny. They're just like a little tiny iron and board bean pole. And they're like, I'm not doing this. I'm not giving in. I took care of the sick. I chose not to take this, and I'm walking away. And they are bold, brave people. And it has really, really, really brought me back full circle to David and Goliath. You know, David was a tiny little thing and took down Goliath with a tiny little stone. And you don't have to be big, bold, and brave to do something great in this world anymore. Like, I am really starting to see that it is the interior spirit of people that we need to look at. We really need to look deep anymore, because what's on the face value don't mean nothing anymore. So guys, anyway, until we see you again here, 7 Trump's Prepper Channel, I'm going to be driving home to Tennessee from a wonderful vacation, and we'll pick up this coming week. Also, make sure to check Black Flag Crypto Mining, because I'm going to be doing some videos about some different miners and stuff like that for different currency mining, and they're really simple to set up. So make sure to check that out. And guys, as always, till we see you again here, 7 Trump's Prepper Channel. Hope Most High Yah Baruch you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, show you favor, and give you shalom, my friends, in Yahushua name.